All right, folks, that was a commercial for Marty Carey's jump cue. 100% carbon fiber graphite shell with a G10 tip. Comes in 14 or 9 millimeter. Want to give a loud shout out for Marty Carey at Marty Carey's jump cue. You can go to martycareyjumpcue.com and check out this cue for yourself and order one today. Want to thank Marty Carey for his support of the Mezz West State Tour. And we want to thank everybody here for watching. We are about to start this match right now between Kane and Vilmos Foldis, who is the we're ready to go. Is the Mezz West State Tour winner number 3. He just won in Fresno, beating Bo Running in the finals and giving us an excellent exhibition of professional play. You want to join us, Chris?
Yeah, sure.
And joining me too in the commentary booth will be our young star, 16-year-old Chris Robinson, who is still on the winner's side, aren't you?
No, I lost.
Aye, who'd you lose to?
Or else I wouldn't be here.
Who'd you lose?
I lost. I'm not.
You're good to go.
I don't remember his name, but he made 3 balls on the break 3 times in a row. So he kind of just
3
crushed
balls
the
on the
break.
3 times. Yeah, crushed the break. Okay. And you couldn't remember that guy's name?
No, I'm trying to forget him.
Yeah, trying to forget him. All right. Yeah, Bustamante. I don't know. Some guy named Francisco.
Well, he was Filipino.
Was he Filipino?
Yeah.
Was it Rodrigo?
No. He was a little younger.
Anyway, I have full confidence in you. You are, you know, I've been in the box with you, so I know you're strong. I know you're tough, and you got a lot of fight in you. So I'm not going to count you out of this event by any means.
All right, cool. Thanks. That makes 2 of us.
Yeah. Meanwhile, do you have you been able to check out a little bit of Vilmos or Trace?
I watched Vilmos in the finals of last Mezz West State Tour stop.
Yeah.
And besides both Bo and him making the same ball in the break, they really didn't miss much.
No, they didn't. And
solid players.
yeah. Trace is very well known in Arizona, and he has also done some live streaming too for the Arizona audiences and the out of bull shooter. And we've streamed him on the Rum Runner as well. He plays a very, very famous bar box tournament called the Andy Mercer tournament in Las Vegas every year at the Rum Runner on Tropicana Avenue. And so he came in last night to warm up on the tables, and I said, "How are you hitting him?" He said, "I'm hitting him pretty good. I wouldn't have driven 700 miles
Yeah.
if I wasn't." So looking forward to seeing a good performance.
Yeah, we shall see. Is this winner's side still?
It's from the one-loss side, actually.
Oh,
and,
really?
Vilmos will go to 9 games, and I don't know about Trace, how many games he goes to. Geraldine's finding out for us.
Excuse me, you took my seat.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, I'm good. See what he does here. I'm not sure if he could thin this and go behind the 4. Might not be able to see that much of it.
And from what I've been told, Geraldine just found out this is a 9-7 match.
Oh wow.
So Trace already has 2 games on the wire against Vilmos in a race to 9. What would you do here? Would you like play the safety on behind the 4?
Yeah, I'd
cue ball
try.
behind the 4?
I didn't know if you could see that much of it though.
Yeah.
But that was the shot. See if he cuts us in. I don't really see an advantage to that though. besides you staying at the table.
He's almost certain to hit the 8-ball if he does cut this in correctly. Well, he tried to avoid it.
Yeah, slightly overcut, and he made the 2 available.
He basically redeveloped the whole rack, well, just by moving those 2 balls.
And turning it over to his opponent. So
says, here, I'll make this easier.
Yeah.
Come back and shoot.
Or it's a trap. I've been called to table number 6.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right.
Thanks for short but sweet, dude. We'll try to get you back in soon. Chris Robinson, sponsored by West State Billiards, by the way, to play the Mezz West State Tour. Ouch. Just a reminder to you guys, West State Billiards also has an e-commerce website. If you're shopping for cues, accessories, would like quotes on cloth, tables, or any other product that West State Billiards sells, you can go to weststatebilliardssupply.com or wsbilliardssupply.com and find out more about their 2014-15 catalog. And
the Marty Carey jump cue is now available.
And the Marty Carey jump cue will also be made available through West State Billiards very soon. They've placed an order with Marty Carey.
It is available.
Oh, and the cue is available now at wsbilliardsupply.com. That's great.
That's what we've been told.
Okay. And as soon as I can, I'll be able to get screenshots and all the appropriate links.
Table number 14, Chris Morales and Steve Chaplin. Table number 14, Chris Morales, Steve Chaplin. Even race to 7. On table number 4, Ramon Mystica and Charles Mendiola. Ramon and Charles. Table 4, Ramon goes to 9, Charles goes to 7. Coming back.
Looks like Vilmos won that game, and the score will be 2-1.
Orange lost me a match, so I had to change it. Blue lost me a match. I'm gonna go orange. I don't care what they say about it. Hey, girlfriend. Love.
Well, from the break, Vilmos has done pretty well, but I don't think he likes this because he doesn't want to have to put too much spin on this cue ball. Create too much distance between the cue ball and the 7 ball. He overcut it again. And Trace will have a chance. Vilmos comes back now. Trace can close out, so. All right, scores evened up now, 2 apiece. Trace will break. Just to help you guys out, by the way, with the results of today's event, the final video bracket of the day is already on my YouTube channel. I have posted that. We have posted that link in the chat room your viewing pleasure so that you can find out who the final 12 on the winner's side are, and then ultimately who the final players on the one-loss side will be. We're going to start with the final 24 starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I will have to find out. Oscar, have we decided who will be streaming tomorrow morning? Have we decided who will be streaming tomorrow morning? No. No? Okay. All right. 10 a.m. someone. Pacific Standard Time. Oscar, he's so dry sometimes.
British humor.
Yeah, British humor, yeah. You know, for
Myself or Rodrigo and
it could be who? I'm sorry.
It could be me and John Schmidt.
Yeah.
Or it could be my dad and Toronto.
I like you and John. How do you like that? Okay.
Oh, I like Ernesto.
Well, of course you do. All right. Okay, so we have I'll tell you what, we'll let the voters decide. First 10 people to individually vote for Rodrigo versus Ernesto. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do a Facebook survey poll, and the highest number of votes will earn, and we're gonna stop the voting in like 2 hours. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. Just close the tab, I guess. If you're not a member of POVPOOL on Facebook, please join POVPOOL on Facebook. Sorry. Very nice safety. Vilmos is very quickly not making this easy. I think he senses, maybe Trace is tired. You know, it takes a lot of stamina to play these events. And especially when you come from a long drive, 700 miles is Arizona, is Phoenix away. And not a short drive by any means of the word. I've done that drive before, and you know, to be one of the last men standing in an event like this has got to be taxing. And I think that was a good hit.
I went to go watch a little bit of Justin's match.
Oh, what's happening there?
He's losing.
Huh?
He's down like 4-1.
Really?
Yeah. True story. He's got.
Oh, the dentist.
The dentist.
Jerry's a dentist.
Is he?
Yes, Jerry Lynn.
You know
is
who
a
else
dentist.
is a dentist? You may not know him. Filipino June.
Yeah, June on what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's back in the Philippines.
Is he? Wow.
Back in the Philippines. So here we are with Vilmos and Trace at 2 games apiece.
Wow, we got action.
Well, the very beginning of this match, it's been very noticeable that Trace may be tired. He made a couple of careless errors, which is a shame, really, because I know that Trace has it in him to put up a good fight, But then again, look at the shot that Vilmos just made. So who knows? Maybe they're both tired.
Yeah, I know I'm tired.
I know I could use a nap.
You look like you could use a nap. Geraldine's she's refreshed.
I could use about 4 or 5 cups of coffee and a nap.
See, you're allowed to put your coffee there. I got yelled at.
It's just because we like yelling at you.
I want to introduce my wife, April. Or not. Come close. See what happens.
Do you have kids? May, June, July? No, that's not very good, is it? That's not very good.
Well, she's April, and then I got September, and then I got July, and then I got Monday, Tuesday.
That's bad. Yeah.
I love you.
Memorial Day.
Don't even let me talk about Halloween.
Oh, sorry.
Don't touch. So in other news, my buddy Charles barely could stand playing Ramon Mystica right now.
Oh, Charles.
Mendiola.
Oh, he was over here telling dirty jokes a minute ago.
Yeah, he's 3 sheets to the wind, so I'd imagine that'd be a good match between him and Ramon Mystica.
It's fine now.
Looks like Trace got back into stroke.
Yeah, I mean, this happens sometimes. You come into a match, you're like tired, and then, sometimes you just instantly you can find your game. You get kind of like, you just get kind of like, you know what? I don't want to lose this.
I really don't want to lose.
Is that how it is? Yeah. I really don't want to go down like this. Do I want to be known in history as the man who got skunked by Vilmos Folders? No, I'm kidding. What does it say in the chat? Is it 3-1 Trace? I'm sorry, guys. Well, excuse me. I thought I saw Trace, or I thought I saw Vilmos win 2 games, but I guess he only won 1. I stand corrected.
Wow. Hung the 2-ball. He kind of hooked him when he did hook him.
Looks like You know, this to me, this is tough. This is a tough kick. You gotta come into the.
I would jump it.
No. Oh, you know what?
I would.
The jump's on. The jump's on. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at that. You know why? My jump cue broke, and I haven't used the jump cue now in 2 weeks. So I've been kicking. I haven't used the jump cue in 2 weeks.
That's good though.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, I barely jump anyway. I usually kick. But then every once in a while, I'm like, oh, this is a great kick shot right here, or I mean, a great jump shot.
I never even thought about jumping until I got a jump cue. Now it's an option. You made it look like you just spilled coffee. Little Barney Finder, Mr. Furley. So are we gonna do the Mr. Magoo pool tournament?
Oh yeah, there's a Mr. Magoo pool tournament. Oh, that was a joke. Okay, there's no Mr. Magoo pool tournament coming up.
There's a Scotch doubles Jack and Jill tournament in a few weeks in Rancho Cucamonga. So Daniel and I think are gonna play, and maybe you and April might want to drive out there and play.
I'm down. I don't know if she is, but I'm down. April?
At Sticks?
Mm-hmm. Jack and Jill. I think October 11th.
Brooke left, so we can't really get a.
$30 for the team, which ain't bad.
Oh, for the team. I thought it was each.
No, for the team.
Okay.
It's funny, where's that free stuff? Oh, that kills me.
Hi, JJ.
You're on live.
He altered the score, but he didn't put it where it belonged. Trace has 4. He took one off of the other guy's side, and Trace has 4.
So it should be 4-1 on the score. Yeah, JJ, you're live on the stream right now. You want to say hi to anybody?
See, this is how much our...
Yeah, hello to everybody.
That's the great JJ Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. Pool action videos at yahoo.com. Pool action videos at yahoo.com. Yep. You want to see old classic videos? Pool action videos. He's got Jay Swanson playing Dennis Hatch when he was 20 years old.
Wow.
Among
I would love
hundreds of other great matches. He's got like a 9-hour Jack Cooney match.
Really?
Yeah. That took place over 12 hours, actually. Pool action videos at yahoo.com.
I miss Cooney. He used to play at Hard Times all the time.
JJ Jenkins. Your number is coming up. What's that?
I said I miss Jack Cooney. He used to play at Hard Times all the time.
Trace Kane is ahead 4 games to 2 in a race to 9. Thank you, Attila. Attila, man, you play well.
I don't speak English enough good to make it.
I don't speak English enough good either.
No, it's not true. Yeah, I played well, but it's still not my game. I don't find my stroke, but I hope tomorrow it will be better.
I tell you what, you know, Fach Garcia is he's a feared opponent here on the West Coast in Southern California, and for you to beat him was that's pretty strong.
Yeah, my safety game works well.
Well, you know, you have a good friend and good companion to teach you some stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, Vilmos is one of the best in the world, and he's my favorite. So I hope he can win this match easily.
All right, man. We hope to see you in the money.
Absolutely.
I work for tips.
Anybody want to sing the Piano Man?
To do what?
Sing the Piano Man?
Sing the, yeah. I'm telling you, man, ever since I saw that Hank on Breaking Bad drink that Jaeger bomb, I still want a Jaeger bomb. Damn it.
Still haven't had one of those yet since you've been fiending it. Wow, Geraldine and coffee equals...
No. I have had Jaeger bombs. Don't get me wrong.
No, but I mean, since you've seen it.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't had a drink in like I don't know. Yeah, it's been a while. 6 months. Yeah.
Wow.
And even before that, I wasn't drinking too much. 6 months and 2 days.
Congratulations.
Since I met you in Vegas, actually.
That's the last time I think I had a drink.
That's
too.
why I quit drinking, because I met you.
That was it.
I'm just kidding.
I've seen everything there is to see.
That's pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
So let me ask you a question. You know, you've been following the Mezz West State Tour a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Who do you like? Who's your favorite player right now out of the whole field and out of these events? You know, this is the 4th event. Who have you been most fond of?
Honestly, Bo Runnigan.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I guess because he, kind of the underdog, you know what I mean? Like, you'd never suspect him to... I mean, he's a great player, I'm not saying, but I mean, out of all the monsters I've been playing in this thing, he always comes out of the money, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, and good news for you, too. And Bo is leaving on the winner's side today.
Wow.
He left on the winner's side today. So he ain't backing down, you know. He's not... He doesn't want to just be a flash in the pan. You know what I mean?
I think I'm rooting for him more than anybody in this thing.
Okay.
Besides myself.
Yeah.
I'm my favorite.
Pool action videos at yahoo.com. Tell them Daniel at POV sent you. Probably hang up at that point. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, Vilmos jacked up here. Yeah. He needed a little more velocity on that shot, so the English wouldn't take over the momentum of the ball. But everyone makes mistakes. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought he was. What am I thinking? He was kicking it. I thought he was kicking at the 6.
No, he's shooting the 5.
That was a nice shot.
What about you, Daniel? You've been streaming this. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, well, you know, I've really liked Bo I've liked his game, and I've been kind of a Bo fan for a couple years, since I met the guy, actually, because I was very impressed with his game immediately, but not just that. He just seemed like a really nice person. You know what I mean? And Bo is definitely one of my favorites in this whole field. Ernesto Dominguez, definitely one of my favorites in this whole field. I mean, because he's just, you know, well, he's not a Hall of Famer, is he?
Not a Hall of
No,
Famer.
but you know, probably should be. Yeah, and you know, he's a veteran player who has totally paid his dues.
You know what, I was talking to...
And yeah. Hold on. And I wanted to say Ernesto, and then I also want to say Tang Ho.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's making a huge comeback. So, you know, I have a lot of favorites. Those are the ones that spring to mind right now.
I gotta tell you what, I went up to Oscar earlier and I just said, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he basically is running this tournament, maintains all the tables for this tournament, and still, you know, places in the money in this tournament.
Ernesto or Oscar?
Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar.
I mean, that's like 3 full-time jobs that he's doing all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, hats off to him.
Mm-hmm. Oscar too, you know.
No, I was talking about Oscar. Ernesto too.
Yes, Ernesto. Okay, now I'm confused.
I was talking about Oscar. You're talking about Ernesto.
Yeah, but then again, here you have such great. You have a few other really great guys. Ruben Batista, Rodrigo Geronimo.
Yeah.
And those guys are just really nice guys. And they're, you know, Rodrigo came all the way from the Philippines. He's staying for a few months. You know, guys like that play world-class pool. You want them to do well.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, I could go on forever about who is my favorite. But right now, actually, who I'd like to see really rise to the top is Bo Runnigan.
Me too.
I agree with you. What's your opinion, Gerald?
Ernesto Dominguez and Johnny King.
I'm a King
there
fan
you
too.
have it. Well, Geraldine's half Korean, so she's got it's the Korean alliance.
So apparently Johnny's got a nickname. It's called Heine King.
Heine King.
Heine King.
Heine King.
We have been nominated, POVPOOL, to help Vilmos create a nickname.
We have to come
Oh yeah, Vilmos asked us to generate some type of nickname for him.
Wow.
It's a privilege.
You know, I tell you what, he reminds me of. He kind of reminds me of Federico Drone in a way, but not. Federico Drone, the billiard player. But not totally. So I'm not totally happy with that
But he's from Budapest, right?
comparison right now. Yeah.
The Budapest Bandit. We're working on it. Patent pending.
Kane, the Flash.
Flash.
Vilmos Flash Focus.
What's his last name?
Foldis.
Flash Foldis.
I guess, you know, this being said, only obligates us to get to know him a little better. That way, something will stick.
Yeah, I see your point.
For those of you watching on YouTube, this is how the commentary gets late at night.
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
You don't know what we're going to say next. We don't know what we're going to say next.
Totally unscripted here.
Think you hate me now. Wait till you get to know me.
Yeah, you'll have all kinds of nicknames for me later.
I don't have a nickname. Oh, yeah, I guess I do.
The folder. No, the folder's no good because it kind of like means like the loser. You know, he folded. Yeah. Oh, he knows we're making up nicknames for him right now. Why is he? What? You want coffee? Oh, what's he doing? He's joking around.
He's joking. Why don't we just name him Folgers?
Right now, he's the comedian. Hey, wait a minute. Who did Andy Kaufman play on that show, Taxi?
Lodka.
Lodka. Lodka.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And what country was Latka from?
I know this one.
Somebody Google it.
It was from an island that sank, but what was the name of it?
Atlantis?
No, he made up his own name. They're all, I've never heard of that island. It sank.
Oh. Thank you very much. Nice kick. Nice kick.
I got it. Balki Bartakamos from Perfect Strangers.
Oh, okay. POVPOOL welcomes a very warm welcome to Space Brother in the chat room. Welcome back, buddy.
I want a cool chat name. I don't have one. Mojo Meeker. You know, I got the nickname Mojo in pool. That's my name. I don't know why. It just stuck.
I'm sorry. A couple unforced errors here that we're seeing. Vilmos
Laka
just gave it up to Trace, and Trace said, "I don't want it." So I think both players are starting to feel the extent of this event. You know, I mean, basically, they got what they asked for: non-stop pool for like almost 12 hours so far.
I mean, if you're like Chris Robinson at his age, he's still ready to go a couple more hours.
Well, good for him being on the one-loss side. He gets to play a few more hours. Yeah, tomorrow we are going to start the day with your choice of two matches. It'll be Oscar Dominguez versus John Schmidt.
Ooh.
Schmitty, yeah, Mr. 500.
400.
Or 400.
400.
Oh, you didn't read the news? I'm just kidding.
401.
Yeah, Mr. 499. No. Oscar Dominguez versus John Schmidt, or Ernesto Dominguez versus... Who was it? Who was it? Ernesto versus Rodrigo Geronimo, Edgy Geronimo. And if you go to my Facebook group, POVPOOL on Facebook, you can vote for the match that you would like streamed live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. PST.
I vote for Oscar John, too.
I liked Oscar John myself, but that doesn't mean there's 2 votes already, so...
No, I'm not. My vote doesn't count.
We're voting on you guys.
We're voting on you, Oscar.
We have a poll on Facebook. No, scores changed.
Oh.
Oh, did you just change the score? So then it's 5-3, Trace. Yeah. If that's what happened. 5-3. Vilmos is down. Sheesh, maybe Vilmos is the folder today. Who knows?
Latka.
He lost to Justin Logan.
Yeah.
Earlier today.
He did.
Which, by no means are we trying to slight Justin's performance or game. Justin's a strong player.
He is, but Justin will approach the table as playing the table, not playing his opponent. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
He doesn't get intimidated too easy, but then again, John Schmidt broke him off pretty bad, so.
5-3 Trace.
Chad is my frenemy.
Okay. All right. Chad, what is it again? Barber.
He's my first turtle I want to do in this tournament. I want to beat him.
Chad, are you still in it?
No, I'm out now.
You traveled 700 miles with Trace to come here, and you know, so I'm glad to see that at least one of you guys are still, you know, trudging through.
Yeah, no, it's a fun tournament, and I think you know, any tournament that Oscar puts on, I'll support it if I can. He's a great ambassador for the game, him and his dad both, and I'll go out of my way to support his events.
Absolutely right,
so
man.
cool.
Those are strong words, man. I appreciate that, Chad. That's good. And you know, I mean, I felt the same way. I was immediately excited about this tour when it came up, and you know, wanted to support myself. So that's good, man. You want to shout out to anybody?
Out to my Phoenix boys, you guys are listening. Give Trace some love here.
That's right. That's right. We told everybody to stay tuned for this match, and it looks like Trace is giving
Trace is going to go to
Vilmos.
7, right?
Trace goes to 7, but we already made the adjustment,
No, I know that,
so
but I
it's
mean, so-
now 5-3 in a race to 9. So
Oh, okay,
technically
okay.
it's 3-3.
Gotcha.
But Trace got 2 games in this race,
Okay,
so it's
okay.
5-3. Trace is hooked now. He's going to try to play a 3-railer. He's got to watch out not to hit the 6, which is what he did.
That was too tight.
Both players showing signs of exhaustion tonight, but you know, it seems like Trace is catching up more of a lead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, would you like to sweat this for a minute, Mike? Yeah, man, please have a seat. We'd love to have some of your knowledge about Trace.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hey, like I was saying, Trace from Phoenix, he's a real solid one-pocket player. So I'm sure in this match we'll see, you know, a lot of banks, defense. He's a really good kicker.
You are too.
Well, it was at hard times, especially against somebody on my right here. That's why I'm your nemesis now, the monkey.
I prefer frenemy. No, that's cool. I mean, there's in tournaments like these, you got to kind of start off with small goals and then work your way up.
Well, yeah, you know, you need, you know, especially in our level, you know, we need a little bit of luck and good shooting and decent draw. But man, where else do you get this for $65?
Exactly.
Come out and play, you know, Bustamante, Efren.
Hall of Famers, some of the best in the
Yeah,
world.
John
you know?
Schmidt. I mean, where do you get that at unless you go to a huge entry tournament
Yeah, exactly.
and do that? It's very exciting to see this growing. 97 players today, I think I heard that we got.
Yeah, 91.
91
Still.
players. Still, that's awesome.
It's growing every tournament, so I'm excited to see what the next stop is going to be.
Yeah, and Desiree Rivera, you know, how much more praise can you give her for how she runs the tournament?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, everybody does such a good job. I was even telling Oscar earlier, you know, like, he runs this tournament, you know, usually fixes all the tables before the tournament, and usually places money in the tournament. I mean, that's 3 full-time jobs right
Yeah,
there.
exactly what I was just thinking, 3 full-time jobs, and to come in and still be able to concentrate on the game. And you know, I'm sure like any other tournament or tournament director out there that has ran tournaments, you all know that there's no love for tournament directors. You know, there's always criticisms. You know, hard times in Bellflower, the first event that they ran. Well, you were there too. You know, the tables were you know, not in the best shape. No air conditioning, hot, humid, sticky, muggy. I mean, I think I went through 3 shirts in that one day I played. And, you know, that's us going through that, but then you have somebody like Oscar that's got to listen to every single person complain and whine about it.
Oh, exactly.
And then he goes and places, well, I don't think he placed in the money in that one, but he was 1 away from placing in the money there.
Yeah, I mean, still good performance by him, you know.
Oh, definitely. I think he went hill with Geronimo, the gentleman that eventually won that event.
I think, yeah, he was taking a break. Vilmos was taking a break.
Well, it's kind of cool to sit behind this screen. You know, give it up for POV as well. You know, they put a lot of time out and energy to set this up. I've watched them set up 3 or 4 events now, and to get all these cameras set up and the screens and the equipment here, it's pretty awesome.
And Daniel's able to do it like really fast too.
Oh yeah. We were down here for about 2 hours last night warming up when we got into town, and he had just started setting up, and by the time we were gone, he was done mostly. I mean, he had a couple things he had left to set up in the morning, I suppose, but you know, he was pretty much all wired up and ready to go. Pretty efficient, high-def screens here to look at.
That's why I like to come down and help him, because I know, I mean, Geraldine, you know, when she's working, he's pretty much by himself, you know, trying to run the show. So I try to come down when I can to help out. Like I said, my commentating's better than my game.
Yeah, mine especially today. I think I played pretty decent with you, with you, but after that it was kind of a slide.
Oh, okay. It actually shot better on the loser side. I mean, I was down 3-5 on a race to 7, and then I lost 7-5. So I mean, I did a pretty decent comeback, but couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, he got trounced by that Attila kid. He played spectacular. He played awesome.
Oh, you played Attila?
Yeah, he played jam up, and I think he missed 1 ball that was makeable. You know, ran out 4 racks.
He beat Foch, and he's having a good tournament.
Yeah, oh, he's capable of winning it. He's got a tough one in the morning though with Bustamante.
Yeah.
That should be a good challenge for him. Boost is playing great. I was watching him stroke, and we were remarking how far out the tip comes away from his bridge. And I'm not talking just, off of the fingers. It comes all the way out of the hand and then goes back in.
I've been trying to practice his stroke to where, like, his stroke hand to where he barely touches the butt, Yeah,
if I practice that stroke taking the tip out of my hand, I'm breaking something. I foresee my shaft shattering on the edge of the table. if you've never seen it, you have to watch him warming up sometime because he'll really get free with that stroke. And I mean, you literally see the dip come out away from his hand and then go back in through the bridge part and make perfect contact.
That's just insane.
It's amazing. Yeah, it looks like he's about ready to go up here. Just a little up and back.
Yeah, he looks like he doesn't really like the angle, but it's pretty natural. He's kind of shaking his head on it. Oh, that was close. He got there.
See, he got away with that shot, but I think the better shot, especially on these tighter tables like this, would be to just go straight back up the table.
Oh, I would have done that too.
But maybe that's why we're sitting here.
Right. Anytime I have the opportunity to use rails, I do.
Well, I just like to keep it as simple as possible. That was a nice shot.
It is now 5 apiece.
Got a short little race to 4, looks like here.
Trace is hanging in there real good. Just a pretty solid shot. I've never seen him shoot before.
Yeah, Trace will tell you that his. In fact, he made a comment today that he's scared of 9-ball. He plays real solid player. Like I say, his forte is a little more into the one pocket combinations. He plays a lot of 3 cushion now.
Okay.
Just real solid performer in those aspects.
Looks like he made the 1-ball in the break, but didn't get rewarded on that 2-ball.
Well, if he has enough room there, if he does, he'll try the bank shot or else try to put the cue ball behind the 9. A good little 2-way shot there.
Yeah, it was nice. Left him pretty tough.
Well, seeing the key to that was he went for the bank, leaving the cue ball behind the 3, but then he also broke out the 9 to open up the whole table. So that's right. I don't know if a lot of our audience out here plays one pocket, but I had just started here maybe about a year or so ago, and the game really teaches you a lot about stuff like what you're seeing right there.
Yeah, I've been playing one pocket for probably the last year or so myself, maybe a little bit longer. But
it'd be really nice to see this Mezz tour, grow into other games. 9-ball and 10-ball are great games to play, but it would be nice to see, maybe like a one pocket tournament or a straight pool type tournament at some point.
That would be cool. You never see too many straight pool tournaments anymore.
Arizona, we have one. It's usually on our DCT tour. And then One Pocket Trace runs a monthly One Pocket tournament at Bullshooters in Phoenix. And then another good One Pocket player from Phoenix, seems like we have a few of those. Bernie Penapiece and Lenny Marshall, they run a One Pocket tournament out of Colby's on once a month as well on a Saturday. So if you're ever in the area, that was my cheap shot.
Oh, go for it, yeah. Do you have the address?
Google it.
Google it.
That little comment there about the 2-ball movement, I didn't really see it from here, but
yeah, it was a good hit.
Did he thin it too?
He did thin it, yes. Wow, that was a great shot.
little tough here now, though. He has to clear the 9 ball for the shape, but then he's gonna have to get the right angle so he can run the cue ball 2 rails for shape on the 5, and not get hooked behind the 9.
Yeah.
9's a big ball here.
Okay, so he played a little safe, smart.
Yep.
Roddy? All right, brother. Oh, that still sucks, that lead.
Yeah, little love on that one there.
It's almost, it would have been better if he did crap it in.
Yeah, the 4-ball's no easy ball here to get onto. Well, the 4 is easy to get onto, but get in shape for the 5-ball as well.
Yeah, he left himself a little short.
Trace might be apt to bank this 4-ball back to the side pocket. Looks like a pretty decent 1-pocket shot there for him.
To cut it all the way up, or
no, bank it back to the other side.
Okay.
He'll thin the top of the 4-ball with some right English and bank it back, and he can leave the cue ball up for the 5. Or else he'll just play defense.
Yeah. I like the defense idea better.
Yeah, I did too. I was kind of just thinking about tracing his game with 1 pocket. It looked kind of like a natural shot for him. Have you played all the events?
No, this is the second one I played.
Oh, really? Yeah, me too then, yeah. I think I'll be pretty sure I'll go to the one in San Diego.
Yeah, I'll be at that one, and I'll be at the Victorville one.
Yep.
I think.
I didn't realize Victorville was so close here. I thought Victorville was more up north, farther up north, like Sacramento, that area.
No. So you drive out for these, or?
Yep.
How long is the drive?
Well, since I follow the speed limits and I obey all the traffic laws, it takes me about 6 hours.
That's not bad.
And
I drive the same way, honestly. My wife says I drive like an old lady.
And when I don't, it takes me about 5. Both these guys are playing some smart pool there. Again, that's the difference between that level of player and maybe somebody like me. I was looking at banking the 4-ball all day long on that one because your shape for the 5 is natural to get out on. But here he locked in a pretty good safety here. So Trace is a good kicker, though. He should make a hit on this.
Yeah, these tournaments, I'm just trying to get out of my shell and trying to take my game to the next level. So I really don't expect to do good in these things, but I figure if I'm going to get any better at pool, I have to step up to playing them.
So. Oh, yeah, certainly. Like I said earlier, where can you spend $65 in pool, whether it be lessons, whether it be games, table time, whatever you want to call it? Where can you spend $65 and get the kind of action that you can get here?
Nowhere in the world.
No. Oh wow, he missed that kick. I would have given him that one for sure.
It was close. He didn't miss it by much. A little frustration.
Again, you come out here and you're as a 7, you're guaranteed, 2 matches, and
with alternate breaks.
Oh yeah, alternate break format. You catch wind. We all can do it. catch a little wind in your sail and start flying, and then you get to play somebody like Efren or Oscar or Ernesto.
Yeah, exactly.
Bustamante. I mean, man, you can't get that for 65 anywhere.
No.
And even a little shout out to the California players. Y'all have a heck of a lot of really good players down here. And besides the pros, you got Tran and all those guys that play so well.
You guys have good play. You guys, Scott Frost is from Arizona, isn't he?
Yep. Scott Frost, phenomenal one-pocket player. Well, phenomenal all-around player, I should say, too. Mitch Ellerman.
Mitch.
Very talented player as well. It seems like the names I'm thinking off the top of my head, just Bernie Penapiece and Gus Persano, Trace, Brett Huth, Brian Reich, so many good one-pocket players, and most of them have a very good all-around game. I think a lot of it stems from one pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people too, if you get good at one pocket, I mean, everything else should be easy. I mean, that's such a skillful game.
Well, I started off like a lot of players thinking one pocket was kind of a lazy game, maybe something you play when you get older and your sight starts to go and you don't have to move the cue ball around so much, but...
It's like chess. I mean, it's like...
Oh, very much.
It's not about beating your opponent, it's just about outmoving them, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about one pocket.
Wow, that was a bad roll there. Pop that break good, stop the cue ball, gets kicked in the side.
It looks like Trace should have a pretty decent out here.
Yeah, I would think the only difficulty is 3 to the 4 to the 5. Navigate that, you're out.
I think it's...
Well, we got Oscar sitting here watching the action going on right now. Looks like he has a little break himself. Well deserved.
Well deserved.
We were commenting about earlier, Oscar, that it's just phenomenal what you do here. With the preparation, getting the tables ready, running the tournament. Worst part, listening to players complain.
No, it's been going pretty well actually. It's not too bad. So.
Yeah, and you still get there. That's phenomenal. It tells you a lot about the kind of person you are and really the kind of player you are too. I know we both wish nothing but the best for the Mezz Tour and look forward to its expansion.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can have a few more stops in Phoenix.
There you go.
I got family in Phoenix, so it's ideal for me to go out there too. So.
Yeah. No, Phoenix is the players I've talked to there are pretty excited about the tour coming there to bullshitters, and the tables are always in real great shape there. He's awesome, yeah. We were talking about that Attila earlier. His game is real strong too. Like you and I were talking about, he's got a tester tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are they both from Hungary?
Yes.
They just come here for the Mezz Tour, or are they here for other reasons?
He called me actually a while back. I mean, I've been friends with Vilmos for years. He told me about the tour, that he wanted to know more information about it, and he's been wanting to come to the U.S. for a while. So he says, well, now's a good time, he said, because he can play pool and work, and he wants to come to the U.S. because there's nothing going on in Europe.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I know when you and I first talked about this before the Mezz tour actually, became and when it's in its infant stages, we were talking about expansion, possibly into other states, and I look forward to that. I look forward to that tour getting to that level, and I think you're on the right path for it. It's ran more professionally than in most tournaments I've ever been involved with.
Yeah, it's been fun. A lot of work, a lot of money. I didn't realize how much time it was going to be, honestly. If I would have known how much time it would have been, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Well, you're still traveling, playing yourself, too.
I'm still traveling, doing a lot of stuff. And I lose money coming here, like doing this because of all the time off work I have to take off. So, but it's worth it because I'm doing it because I want to play pool. Ultimately, I want to play pool. I want to compete and not go to the U.S. Open dead at a stroke. I'm sick and tired of going to these tournaments dead at a stroke. And I really don't like a lot of the way things are done. I see. I think the promoters are allowed to make a living. By all means, they're all allowed to make money, but don't make a killing. You know what I mean? Don't gouge us. I mean, we're not stupid. We can do the math. We can add numbers. The numbers are here. The payouts are solid here. The membership, it's all going back to the players.
Well, everything I've experienced so far with the Mezz tour has been upfront. The entry fees, the membership fees. You have the payouts. Usually before the first round is done, you guys got the payouts all figured out. You're not waiting to see. Like some people that run tournaments and also play in tournaments. We've all been there. We watch and we wait and we wait and we wait for the payouts, and it's based on how far up the ladder they're getting. And everything here, like I say, is just top notch. I couldn't complain if I could even think of a reason, and I'm a pool player. That's saying something.
Thank you guys for coming out. I know traveling is difficult, and I do it all the time. I do the numbers at the end of the year. I'm like, I spent this much a year. Like what the hell am I doing? But we all love it. We're all trying.
These tournaments should be 128 maxed out every time. I'm not complaining about 91's a great turnout for a weekend event, but like we were saying, where for $65 do you get the education that you get here? You get a chance to play yourself or your dad or Efren or Bustamante. I mean, phenomenal. For $65, where do you get that?
Obviously, it's great, but the sponsors have helped us out. I use all my resources. I mean, I'm using my dad's reputation and everything on the line. As soon as I told them about the tour idea, they all jumped all over it. Mezz, West State, Zan, Tips. A lot of these guys I haven't really even met, like Kaz from Japan. I've never really met the guy. We just worked through email and online, and he immediately, just through our reputation. My dad used to go to Japan like 3 times a year, so he would go there to gamble all the time. So he got a really good reputation as an honest player, an honest gambler. So it's so easy for them to turn over and trust their company and their brands to us, which is real nice. And POV, they're doing a lot here too.
I've always been impressed with POV and how they run their streams. With the Swanee tournament and different events that they host throughout the years. Their events always seem to be professional. They bring people up to the mic, so to speak, to let them talk and give him a break. He needs to stop talking every once in a while. I don't know if that's harder than playing pool or not, but
the biggest thing is being here before everybody else and leaving after everybody else. I mean, that's like the biggest thing. No, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the biggest, most difficult thing as a now tournament promoter, I guess you can call me, is realizing how much work is actually involved behind the scenes, and it's insane.
Oh yeah, I've ran a few tournaments that are this size and of course smaller ones and whatnot. But yeah, doesn't matter if it's small or big. There's always, like you said, you're here before everybody, you leave after everybody, and it's just a lot of work and effort to put into it.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I really appreciate you guys coming out here too. You know, I know Phoenix isn't exactly down the road from here. It's a good 6 hours, right? 6.5 hours.
Yeah, about 6 hours, yeah, for us to drive. It's all interstate. It's not, you know, it's not terrible.
Yeah, all the way through the 10. You guys take the 10 west all the way through.
All the way here, yeah. They hit, what is it,
to
210 or whatever?
Yeah, 405, 210.
Yeah. You know, the reason, and I've told you this before when you were talking about starting this event, I'll support any event that you throw on. You know, your reputation, your dad's reputation, is very well earned. You know, you guys are the ultimate consummate professionals, and I don't think I've never heard a bad word come from anybody about you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah. You know, that says a lot, especially, you know, the bad rap that pool does get in the industry with certain individuals. You know, it kind of takes a bad knock, and to see somebody, you know, show the professionalism and the character that you and your dad demonstrate all the time, it's phenomenal.
Thanks, buddy.
And Desiree, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Desiree, she's I don't know, I would not be able to do this without her. I mean, she's so organized.
How awesome is that? You know, I mean, I don't know how much pool, you know, she had experience before.
Yeah,
but,
she had some.
But what she does in this tournament and calling out and keeping the players under control, it's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Well, on that note, Trust Kane wins another game, and I got to go back to work here. So, pleasure talking with you, Chad.
Alrighty,
hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the stream. It's all free, courtesy of all the sponsors. You know, if you guys have any questions or suggestions, feel free to email us. We're always open to suggestions. We're trying to make this the best tour we can. We know we're not going to make everybody happy, but we're trying our best to satisfy the masses. And you know, with everyone's support, we can hopefully make the sport grow. All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, definitely. This is awesome.
Thanks, guys. All right, back to work.
See, what's our score now? Vilmos 7-6. A fairly difficult shot here. Looks like he's jacked up over the 3-ball and has to hold for the 2. No real good area to play safety. No easy out on this one either. Got to get on the 2-ball, which is delicate, and then you got to get on the 3-ball. think you need to spin this off the rail first and use the English to carry over for the 3-ball.
How we doing, Chad?
Yeah, doing good. Score is 7-6 right now, Vilmos.
I think that 6 is going to catch him.
Yeah, that's what I said. He had to spin off that rail first, but he had to do it pretty delicately. 6 was a big ball. So, Daniel, how long have you been running these POV events?
It's going to be 4 years in December.
It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And see now, almost 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And at least 1,500 hours of archived footage on YouTube, with probably another 1,000 hours that I haven't been able to upload. So
yeah, I've caught a lot of your matches, especially from the Swanee tournament.
Yeah, Swanee was a big one. Hard Time 10, and then there's Andy Mercer. That's always a good one to go to.
You do the Andy Mercer tournament too?
I've done 2 of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I think that's a tournament I'm going to be hitting up this year.
Yeah, that would be March of next year, right?
Or next year. Yeah. When I start coming out to tournaments, always a new year.
Well, you know, now you got a road partner, right?
Well, Trace is actually, this is the first time him and I have traveled together. Usually I have a couple other buddies from Phoenix that come down, but
I know Mitch likes to come up once in a while.
Yeah, Mitch is Mitch is still playing, quite a bit of pool, but he's got a job now that I understand, and can't get away all the time like he'd like to. But yeah, Mitch, Jerry Stockhart, Ken Gusso, we both came up to the Hard Times event.
Okay.
Both would love to be here today. Jerry happens to be running a tournament in Phoenix this weekend, and Ken had an anniversary, so they couldn't make it.
Yeah, Jerry's been seen. He's appeared in my audience.
Yeah.
A few times. Good guy. It wasn't he. He did work with the Challenge website, did he not?
I do believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of IT stuff. He works for American Express as his full-time job, but he does a lot of IT stuff for private parties and whatnot too.
Good safety there. Only I think. No, Trace might be kicking this. Yeah, it looks like he's kicking at this.
Yeah, they've had a lot of back and forth safety kind of games. Shots that I thought they would probably be more apt to try to bank. They've been playing a little bit more defensive. So,
if Trace hits this right, he could hit the 3 balls kind of full, and the cue ball could come up and hide behind the 4. In a perfect world.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world.
But looks like he's getting his jump.
He's going to go airborne instead. He's going to ride the 9.
He's going to take a fly at the cheese.
You know what, man? That's a lot of heart.
Hey, you know what? You're down in the match.
Your opponent's on the hill. No guts, no glory, they say, right?
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's a race to 9, right?
It's a race to 9 for Vilmos. Yeah, he's not on the hill.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, he needs 2 balls. But
what is it? 7-5? You said
7-6.
7-6. Okay.
But still, why not? Actually, if he hits this right, he could take a shot at riding the 9 and keep the cue ball ducked behind the 7 ball too.
This could go in. Nice angle by Geraldine. Thank you. Oh, went around it. And where's the 3 ball going? Oh, but look what he did to the 5.
Yeah, that 5 ball's a mess now.
And he's kind of looks like he's tree-topped Vilmos over the 4 ball, so he might be slightly hampered shooting this 3 in.
Well, if he can hit this with a fairly level stroke, even being over the top, he can hit this with some left and come in and break out that 6-5. You're just leaving yourself a longer shot on the 4.
Yeah, he hit it real full.
It's kind of one of those shots you got to be super committed to.
I was talking to Vilmos's road dog Attila, And Attila was noticing that just Vilmos does not seem focused. So if there's a time now for Trace to take advantage of this situation, it would be now, because Vilmos is not playing at 100%.
Oh, that was a mistake there.
Yeah, it was.
So now you got a much easier option here. Shoot the 3-ball to the corner, come in, break up that 6 and 5, and you're going to leave the shape on the 4-ball. A lot better than what he could have expected. Plus that combo goes. It doesn't look like from here, but you must think it does.
Well, he's left himself pretty straight, so indicates that he's just going to draw straight back, play the combo.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do a breakout, your opportunity was there at the 3-ball before, so this combo must not be too difficult.
I think you might have put the wrong English on that ball. The 8-ball turned in another direction.
Yeah, it looked like it floated out the wrong way. These hungry boys, though, they can play.
Uh-oh. It's going to slow down.
Myself on this one with that 9-6 sitting down there. Thin it over here on, it'd be his left side. Thin that 5-ball on the left side and bring the cue ball back up 2 rails and leave it behind the 6-ball. At least you're not really going to sell out anything by doing it that way.
It looks like he's playing your shot.
Just like that.
He played it exactly the way you called it. Good call, Chad.
Well, I mean, even if he goes far, he gets up. Let's say he gets up to the rail, leaves it open. You're still not really selling out. I mean, you got an off-angle combination to make on the 8-ball. No easy shot at all.
What kind of cue does Trace use? Do you know?
He uses a Brian Mort cue. Brian is a cue manufacturer out of the Phoenix area. I've actually never have hit with one of the cues.
All custom, handmade.
Yeah, he custom makes. Takes a little bit of time. He's a one-man operation. He has a full-time job. Honestly, don't know all about his operation too much. Just some minor details, but there seem to be a lot of players in Phoenix like to play with his cues. I listen to the sound of cues when they hit, and they sounds real solid.
Uh-huh.
He uses a thinner shaft. I believe his shaft is somewhere right around 11.5 to 12 millimeter.
You know, I was using a thin shaft for many years myself. You know, I come from a snooker background. I was born in Great Britain, and that's what I started playing when I was a kid. And just 2 years ago, I switched to a 12.75 millimeter shaft, and it's actually helped my game to use a thicker shaft. I've realized that using a real thin shaft for me tends to take my English and my spin way out of control. So
my understanding, and I'm with you, I use a thicker shaft as well. Kind of why I stayed away from Predator for so long until they came out with the 314-2 and had a thicker shaft to go with that. Mm-hmm. But my understanding is that a lot of the one-pocket players like a thinner shaft because you have to be more precise on your cue ball control, so they have a thinner shaft to accommodate that.
Well, Vilmos is going to go to the hill here, and I think Trace is taking a quick break to the restroom. And with that, we're just going to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors. We got Mezz Cues, And West State Billiards, we'd like to give them a huge hand and a big up to those guys for supporting the Mezz West State Tour and supporting all the players here on the West Coast. And also Virtual Pool 4, Steve Chaplin's Virtual Pool. You can play Virtual Pool online for free right now. Just go to vponline.solaris.com. Virtual Pool 4 is a great game. Also, I want to give a shout out to the guys who play Virtual Pool 4 that I've become familiar with. John Slingblade, Redback from Australia, Jay Schrader, and you know, some of those guys are very helpful with teaching you how to play Virtual Pool 4 online, and it's a very realistic pool game. Check it out. Also, Marty Carey and Marty Carey's Jump Cue, 100% carbon fiber shell with a G10 tip. It's a very, very playable jump cue. I highly recommend you check out martycareyjumpcue.com, which you can also get at WS Billiards Supply. That's west8billiardsupply.com. And also, we want to give a shout out to Automated Entertainment for supporting POVPOOL and providing us with a Wi-Fi hotspot. And we want to give a shout out to also some of the publishers that help promote pool in general, especially AZ Billiards, for helping to you know, publish all of the press releases that we send in, all of the updates on the Mezz West State Tour, and you know, just an extremely huge informational resource for pool in the United States and in the world. Also, we want to thank Go Play Pool for promotional support of the Mezz West State Tour and of our sponsors. This Mezz West State Tour is in its 4th stop here at Plush Pocket in Northridge. Big thanks to Stephen Yee of Plush Pocket. He has owned Plush Pocket for 20 years, where we are playing this event on 17 global tables that are very well maintained. What'd you think about the tables, Chad? You know, the tables play phenomenal. Yeah. To be honest with you, they surprised me. You know, we came in and we were told they were Brunswicks by a person out living in Phoenix that used to be in this area, and obviously she didn't know exactly what the tables were, but the playability, you really can't tell much of a difference. Well, here's something funny. I played here on and off for almost 18 years or something. I always thought they were Olhausens. Yeah. They kind of look like Olhausens. You know, they do, that rounded edge on them. So just yesterday I called up Steve and I said, what model Olhausens are they? And he goes, they're Globals. Yeah, we came really down. We came down last night. Well, we got in yesterday afternoon. We came down here and played for a couple hours, and I was impressed. You know, some of the pockets are tight, which is cool. Makes you have to focus a little more, and you know, they bank well, they kick well. I'm impressed by them. Nice tables, and the room is, you know, really nice and clean room. It is a nice. You know, y'all don't get to see the whole layout of the room here, but you know, the room is very clean. The staff has been nothing but professional. Yeah. They got a lot of experience with hosting tournaments here, weekly, monthly, and annual tournaments here. So, and a fairly decent audience. You know, that's for not a lot of spectator room. It's got a pretty good sized audience all day long here that's been watching the action going on. Yeah, that's true. And some of the best players in the world. Can you beat it? Yeah, we had a field, I think, of total count of 12 professional players. Trace just missed a pretty easy deuce there. Yeah, no, well, we're talking about that while you were gone, you know, and I'll bring it up again because to me it's amazing when you think about $65 entry fee to get into a tournament with world champions, national champions, some of the best players, and honestly some of the best people around. Yeah. The Dominguezes, you know, I haven't been around them too much, but I have not heard one bad word from anybody about Oscar or Ernesto. And to get the opportunity to play them for $65 entry, how can you beat that? You really can't, you know. I like to refer to the Dominguez family as the hardest working pool players in the Pacific time zone.
I might go more globally on that one, to be honest with you. Oscar approached me about the idea of this tournament, and he was asking me about the Phoenix area and different things. And
oh, did you have a hand in getting
I'm not going to take any credit on that at all. I know
Trace is pretty heavily involved with bull shooters.
Yeah,
too.
I told him to contact bull shooters. We have another place there, Skip and Jan's, that has diamond tables, which would be able to host an event.
Oh my gosh!
I think he actually played that safety.
Okay. All right. Other than that, I was gonna. Oh, you know why? Because the 4 and the 8 are tied up. Here, so yeah, it's that old saying: first person to make the 3 loses.
Yeah.
So I thought Trace was showing signs of fatigue there, but I didn't see the 4 and the 8.
Well, us old boys, we get tired a little bit quicker than these young kids.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing the because I won't be there, but I look forward to seeing the bull shooters live stream, which will be done by Lenny Marshall.
Oh, Lenny's doing that?
Lenny's going to do the live stream over there.
Good deal.
And he's great. You guys are going to get a great show.
Oh yeah, Lenny puts on a quality performance too.
Yeah.
He does. I know he's been working with Scott on that new Power One Pocket video of his.
Yep.
And if you've seen his streams, just like here, a little bit lower tech than what you got. You have a pretty good system set up here, but Lenny's equipment's good as far as the streaming capabilities.
You know what? I give Lenny a lot of credit for his help when I first started out. Because I started out just with a laptop and a camera, and he opened my eyes to some of the possibilities.
Yep.
I looked a little further, and I actually had some consulting. Some consulting I had to pay for to get the broadcast quality up to where it is now. But Lenny's been an inspiration to me.
Yeah, Lenny. There's a lot of.
He's been doing this about 8-9 years. I think.
He's been doing it for a while. There's a lot of unsung heroes in the billiard industry. That don't always get the credit that they deserve. Everybody looks at the promoters or the players or whatnot, but the quality of streams. This is something, if pool does go to another level where it can get more of a recognized national tour, it's going to be because of the streams that you guys put on, because that's what they're going to be witnessing. They're going to see what kind of events we're running because of what you're showing, and it's hats off to you guys.
It's like I've said many times, it takes a village, right?
Yeah, it does.
So.
Nobody really wants that 4-ball too bad, I don't
think. You know what? I want it now.
Yeah.
I want it off the 8.
Yeah, Trace will like this bank right now.
I want this 3 off the 8. And that's how you have to play it. You got to play this off the 8.
Yeah, I don't think he has a choice here.
He's down short and play it off the 8.
He's downhill to need 3 games to hill, so
yeah.
I think you pretty much got a fire here.
I mean, there is a safety. There's a big safety on too. He could really stick Vilmos, but
if anybody's listening from where I'm from, I'll fire this shot, so I say fire.
You know what, though? I can see why he's doubtful right now, because a good safety and ball in hand would be much better than the position he's in right now.
Yeah, that's true, too. But that's why I'm probably done for this tournament, because I'd fire.
Oh, he's doing something I didn't even expect.
He's trying to hide the 5-ball.
So you have sort of an accent that I can't distinguish. It sounds sort of Minnesota or Canadian.
A good call, eh? No, I'm actually from South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that was a... Wow, what a shot there.
That was a shot, man.
Trace gives up recognition on that, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a lesson I learned in one pocket. That was a really risky shot for being the guy that's in control of the table. He's in control of the match, I should say. He's up, needs 1 game to his 3, and fires a risk at that, but it paid off for him.
Well, yeah, because if you miss that shot,
you sell off the game.
You've sold out. You've opened up the table that was until that point closed.
Yep. But you give him credit. That's Trace and I were talking about one pocket on the way up here, and he remarked how one pocket's become such a different game than it was, say, 10 years ago. Players like Scott Frost and Shane and those guys that play that power style one pocket now, they're such good ball makers that you really got to lock them in, and this kid here shows that he can fire.
Yeah.
Well, barring a miracle, I think this one's about over with.
I think you're right, Chad.
Tracy's conceding the last game.
That being said, I know you guys are both out. I hope we still see you tomorrow for the finals. Maybe hang out.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening if we take off in the morning.
There's some action for you guys waiting somewhere.
The way I played
plenty
today,
of one pocket action.
The way I played today, the only action I could foresee is maybe at the Boys and Girls Club. I might give some weight on that one, but no, it's always nice to come out to Oscar's events. I really can't say more than what I can and be more heartful about Oscar and his dad and just the way the Mezz Tour is run.
Yeah.
If you haven't been out, anybody who plays pool that's listening, you need to. If you're within shouting distance of California, you need to get to one of these events.
Thanks a lot, and you should just do like they say, grab your cue and head west, right? These guys came from Arizona to California.
Go west, young man.
Yeah, head west, young man. Chad, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for giving me time on the mic here.
Hey,
it's been fun.
Anytime. You're welcome back tomorrow, too, if you like.
All right, we'll see what's going on.
All right. Well, congratulations to Vilmos Foldis, who closes that match out against Trace Kane. We're going to keep the cameras on tonight. We're going to keep them on tonight. And wait till the house closes down. And we're probably going to have another match on the live stream table here coming up shortly. But I don't know who it is yet because I'm officially been allowed to go home, but I'm going to stay. So we'll be right back. Thanks for watching the Mezz West State Tour.